Trying to figure out what I'm doing. That's what the first 30 minutes are for. So let's see. Oh, my phone now actually does turn on its own, the new one. So it shouldn't be as hard as it used to be. The first minute is always some kind of weird hell. Hi, Fuzz. Guess it's not now. Oh, bye, Fuzz. Oh, now there are two of you. So yeah, it's like, I am late today because last night, at about 11 o'clock, no, midnight, because I fed the girls, I said to myself, you need to get off of the whiny train and look around. You live in freaking Barbie's dream house, and you better start appreciating that and everything else. And I'm like, yeah, right. Woo, neat. Okay, so I'm trying to do things when I see them today. Like dust at the computer or stuff like that. Really minuscule things, but enough for the OCD girl. And of course, took a little bit more time than I thought. Papa Cat's here today, or was at the house today. So it was just like, sure, tucking him a little bit. It wasn't even time dysmorphia. It was just, no, I'm doing this. No, now I'm doing this. No, now I have to get out of the house. So I've made no sense. So Fuzz and Cricket get to hear my rambling at the moment. The one thing I seem to be maybe having a problem with is I might be getting stage fright. Yesterday, what I thought was a crash happened again today when I was talking to Papa Cat on the way out of the garage. And it was like, I don't suffer from stage fright. That's weird. So there's something in the lineup that the cherry on the top is making me shake when I come here. And see, they already have their shears up because they know I'm here. From Carrie Ann's wonderful book, Repetitive. Hi, Sitting. We had a fog rain all day. And I was on Natalie's on the way in to listen. Anyway, let me get the first one down first. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? If baby Bufu is going to be the next Lord God King Bufu, they're setting you up very well because supposedly their numbers are crashing. Your numbers are crashing. It's not weird that you don't have people in here. So you might want to leave. It's easy to leave. Get you a job. You can exist out here. There are no devils out here. There's nothing wrong with that. With no devils out here. I mean, I don't believe in the devil, so I'm trying to help. You will not die. You will not get pneumonia. It would not crash without you because even these quote-unquote low numbers, there's still 50, 40,000 of you. So one of you leaving is not going to be the end of the world for them, no matter what they think. So you can always look up places to go read what's really going on. We actually get info from people on the inside who are sending stuff out to us to maybe give other people ideas. Societies run in groups. That's why it's called popularity. So if somebody does something that they might want to do, like leave, they need to sort of like get help to leave. And if one person knows that the other person is thinking the same thing, it might help them to leave too. So you might want to take a look at things, or maybe risk a knowledge report and ask somebody how they're doing for real. You know, something like that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's called being human. I also heard that they're trying to slack off a little bit and not get you guys all riled up like they used to, because mothers miss their children. Now, isn't that logical? So it might mean that you guys might have to start accepting that children are not adults in little bodies, which would be the safest thing for all the children around, actually. So that's a good thing for today, freaks. So, yeah, weird day. I don't know. But not weird in a bad way. Doing stuff this morning. Putting my new cover on my watch. I've got one more. So you have to buy them in 2-packs. So this one breaks fast. Then the other one breaks fast. I can go back to what I used to use, which were polymers. Polymers. Ooh, what are they doing? Ooh, let's go see what they're doing. Because these are glass. I'm not a big glass cheerleader, but they were the only thing at the time, and I was being mad and grumpy at polymers because they weren't sticking correctly. Fog has just got there. Yes. And yes, cricket is beyond amazing. The 1000 I had with the cat, I said it reminded me of soda, and it was. So his face just needed to be a little grumpier because he's a grumpy old man. It's so hilarious. So, but, and there goes someone again taking the picture. Why did they take the picture? Is it a Pokemon Go thing? Probably. I mean, everybody sees me walking around here, so let's see if our curtains match today. Yes, they do. So the other one must not have been. They probably just put it away and didn't remember where it went. That's my job. And these guys are going up to the billboard. We're getting more billboards in Oakland. It's awful. They're on the sides of the freeways. Like the middle section used to be off limits, the middle section of San Francisco or Oakland. And now there are 2 new billboards. You can't have them on 580. That's a good thing. Why is she staring at me? The one who just took a picture here now went to the other end and took a picture of me. Ooh, I'm scared. You don't even like Philip Glass? What am I missing? I swear to God. Okay, I'm going to the beginning. Oh my God. Thank you. I didn't see that when I was watching her. We're being attacked one on the way in. Yeah. Let's see. I know you like Philip Glass. Oh, okay, you always make so much sense to me, Adam. You remind me of all my Guy Goth friends. That's your OTA. Yes, it must be. Oh my God. Look at the chocolate. He looks like real chocolate. Oh my God, he's so cute. Now I want chocolate. At least I'll get off the hook this time when I go see Dr. Kitty in 13 days. Because you guys know me. She knows me. She knows what I've been doing. So I'll get a lecture and you're lucky you're not dead. So the overeating, sugar shoving thing. So yes, I got that. Took me a second. No, they are matching now. Well, one's dirty and the other one isn't, but they're mishandled. Hey, at least they're being handled. And I'm finally taking the extensions out because I'm getting my hair done soon. FYI, it really wasn't in love with the color. It sort of started out as a coral and went to orange. So now I have typical goth hair. But I usually take it out a few days before anyway, and I started taking it out on one side. But we're not talking about coats. Let's see, here we go. So I'm not going to get a new laptop. I'm going to play with that puppy until I get it to do what I want it to do, because they don't make my laptop anymore. Of course not. So until I can find one in that size, because the one I'm talking about is a 12-inch real laptop. And they even have a bike lock on it, because that way I can take it to a cafe and wrap it around a leg of a table and don't have to worry about having the grip on it so somebody won't take it. So that's how long I've had it. It says 5 years, I think longer, because they were having a problem like that in Oakland where people were stealing laptops off the tables at like Starbucks and stuff. And I came up with that idea, and I was like, hey, look at me, I'm so smart. So, okay, that seems to be, why isn't it ever, okay, it works there. The chat is driving me crazy. So, but yes, so I was watching Aaron this morning, just finally catching up instead of like bombarding my head with nasty politics or Everest disasters. And no, I am still in the politics. I'm just not, I'm going through the grieving prospect. But yes,
I just read that
Aaron said that he heard from insiders that they are definitely running out of people, and that they were thinking of, I guess, letting you talk to your declared, or the main thing was they asked people what was going on, and they said that they would like to see, they would like mothers to see their children, something like that, because, you know, they're finally admitting that they miss their kids. So that was a plus. That was a good thing. I would believe Aaron if he said so, because he finds out from sources, that's for sure. And it would be logical around here, considering how many people do not come in and out of this place. I mean, we have Groundhog Day, which I probably missed. It's late enough. I probably missed her today. Yeah. But there isn't any other regulars I see that come in the doors, not people who live here or work here, besides the Illuminati guy, one of the security guards on Sunday. He wears this weird Illuminati hoodie. It's got a bunch of, I call it an Illuminati hoodie. It's got a bunch of like esoteric symbols on it, like pyramids and the eye, and that's why the first time I came across him, I thought he wasn't in, because that jacket has got a whole bunch of other mystic things on it that have nothing to do with LRH. So I actually did talk to him the first time. He was a little stilted, but I didn't get it. And then he walked in. He's the only other person I see on a regular basis. I don't even see James Dean on a regular basis. The one who used to be cute. That's what I call him. He's more of a regular. The old guy is regular. But those are people on the inside. Haven't seen Alfred Hitchcock since that one day. Or no, actually twice, because he was the one who told me to get off the porch, if I remember right. So, you know, that's the way it is here. And Aaron also mentioned that he wasn't used to orgs having more than 2 exits, and this was, you know, a replay, so I didn't really say anything, because if it was alive, if I wouldn't been doing something else to go late, I told them we have 3 here. We have 3 exits. We have the one in the very back, the one on the street, and the one in the front. So I don't know if it's good or bad. We have more than everybody else, which would be a little weird, I'm sure. So changing my focus more or less and trying to figure out things to do with the Auntie channel, because I'm also learning from the I've Had It girls, or women, because they have children, is that the Zers do pay more attention, more or less, to their influencers. And the point of all that is for me to be an influencer to the younger people. That's why I'm auntie, because there's always a crazy auntie in your world. And that's why it's even pronounced differently. So that was the point of this one, the next one I want to do. And I think I'm finally going to start doing it. And finally stop, feeling sorry for our world, because it isn't going to really be as bad as it seems. I mean, it's going to be irritating and annoying, but it's going to be real fun seeing Elon just get kicked to the curb when he's too much of a pain in the ass, because supposedly his people don't like him. Trump's people doesn't like him, but he does. So, but we all know how fast he just kicks people to the curb. So it'll be interesting to watch him do that, because in my opinion, he's just acting like the super nerd who made a ton of money. Of course, he was given a ton of money, but usually they make the app that makes a ton of money, and now they think they're cool. Still the nerd, still the super nerd. It's just a little strange, but he's got now a couple $1 million. So he should be driving the orange balloon nuts. So there's that to look forward to. So now, since I'm not having Thanksgiving, contemplating having maybe a not Thanksgiving get together, because that's what we do. Oh my God, do you see it? Do you see it? It's like he knows he's coming up to me or something. Oh, he's not. Oh, yes, he is. Oh my God. It's so cute. He's one of the ones I'm like, can I just have your dog, please? I'm not getting your head, just your dog.
Oh, you're fine.
He's great. Hi, you.
She's a total ham.
Oh, totally. What's her
Are we
name?
gonna sit? Thank you.
What's her name?
Lily.
Yes, you're on live, and everybody's happy because usually they don't get to see them. She's great. Thank you.
Of course, have a wonderful day.
You too. You guys got to see one finally. Are you happy? I'm trying. I'm out zooming. Where's my Carrie-Ann? Oh, Tuesday. She works on Tuesday, doesn't she? I mean, she's doing things during the hours on Tuesday, isn't she?
That one was
I think so.
jarring.
So
What were we dressing her
it's
in?
like, okay.
Why did we do that to her?
He is
I was like, you
oddly shaped. Who's oddly shaped? The palm? The back door. That was the point of this one, was the back door. Let's see. Oh, there you are. I thought I wasn't even looking. Okay. Hi, I am Rob. Elon is fat, square body. What? I just thought it was weird that anybody over the age of like 25 was jumping up in the air and showing off his midsection like it was cool. It's like, it's not like he's in super good shape. It would have been great if there were abs, but he just looks like a skinny developer. He is oddly shaped. Oh, so yeah, so now we're back here again, and I'm starting to see, because I always watch Marilyn and Natalie in the morning if they're there. Just not recently because of what was going on. Now that what was going on goes back to relatively normal, I can start watching them in the morning again and start catching Aaron again like I used to. So that habit is finally starting to come back, so I'll have things to actually talk about when it has to do with a little bit of Scientology. Not a ton, but then again, with 2 other channels I really want to start working on, it'll help. And since I'm getting over the sitting on the love seat trying to pet the cats because they don't they're not social, go figure, and pretending I'm not eating everything on the planet, I think it's a good thing. So I was saying yesterday that I was trying to get better, and I was very excited for Sunday night when I got up at 10 o'clock or 10 p.m. and did something. Now I was very excited that I was getting up between disasters, the disaster marathons, and doing something. It's so bizarre. It's like I'm finding out more and more about climbing just because I keep watching the disaster marathons, which still aren't very long. It's like all these people who do these things know what the algorithm is. So even the marathons are only like 37 minutes long. So this is one of those things I'm trying to have to figure out too, is that if it's going to do what it did yesterday, which was the comments on my arm were not as up to date as the comments on my phone or on the camera. They're both phones. They both have real phone numbers. This is what's messed me up. It was great when one was the tablet and the other one was the phone. So please let me explain why I'm not making sense right now. So anyway, now that Adam has been starting to tell us, and I was watching the interview he was doing. There's an interview I got to watch with Natalie's that she's recommended to watch. It's like I think I'll have more headspace to do it in, because things like that are really good to listen to when you're like unpacking and rearranging and moving stuff around. I loved it talk shows growing up, and when I had the long commute that was 90 miles in each direction, I used to listen to a talk show, or a local talk show station when it was the Bay Area and no government. Our talk radio station went from total left-leaning liberal Bay Area world into it would have been mega. I'm sure it is now, but everybody seemed to have moved. It was a really weird thing. So, hi Dove. How are you doing today? It seemed like it was warm, and now my hands are getting cold. So, but then again, the peak warm time is at 3 o'clock. So now it's 3:14. Yes, it really does that, and you can like totally rely on it. So now I'm trying, because the top or the jacket I'm wearing has like glove holes. I am so balanced. So yes, now at least I have that. My hands are still cold. I think I was doing a diatribe on that one yesterday about my mittens that are gloves. Anyway, let's see. So it's still beautiful and weird for November, but then again, I don't think I've been in the city every day in November in about 10 years, 20 years, something like that. So, and like I said, since the climate had changed so much from where we used to live, I guess I didn't know what to expect, but I was definitely used to just the city being windy. When I was growing up, the joke was, why did they always say Chicago is windy? We're just as bad. Oh my God, it's Chocolate Lab Day. Look at that. It is Chocolate Lab Day. I love it. He is so cute. Look at him. Hi, you. How are you? I'm just kidding, they were dogs. I didn't get your face. Maybe that's what I'll do for a little while, just to, because he loved it. He loved it too. So I was like, I'm just getting your dog. He's like, okay. He was smiling like I was doing him. Yes, because weirdly enough, it like hits in my head every time that I'm not like taking pictures of the dog, and usually I'm just sort of, trying to go around. But weirdly enough, because of course Natalie was talking about Tony, and I have my one video after he died that tried to tell her that it will get better because I had Misha. So that I've had the love of my life twice. I've been super lucky. And Sunday we saw this beautifully huge, she said Siberian Husky. Her partner was like, there's got to be something else in it. It's got to be Malamute or something, because I thought he was a Malamute. And I think we sort of all went, Samoyed. But he was huge, and his name was Misha. And I didn't even get it until I walked away, where Papa Gat went, Misha? And I was like, oh, holy crap. I guess he's trying to say, get over it. We can fix this. It'll get better. So I was like, yeah, to tell Natalie, no, it never goes away. And it took me 15 years to not think about him every day. And now I don't cry when I talk about him. And you can say if there really is a way, he brought me someone to take over. So the dog on Sunday was like, focus, stop acting like that. So it's hard. The country's screwed, just not as much as you think it is. I think I'm sort of blocking people coming in, but not like coming in. I think they're afraid to walk around me to go in the door. They're sort of staring at the building like I might. Very weird. I've never seen people do that one before. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you wish you were going to be with them this Thanksgiving? It's supposed to be one of those days where everybody gets together, eats lots of food, drinks lots of liquids, and watch football games. And I think they have football games all day now. Stuff like that. Thanksgiving. And be glad you're in this country. I'm not doing Thanksgiving this year. Don't you miss that? Not everybody's Thanksgiving was a horrible thing. My Thanksgivings were hilarious because I was the one who was cooking. Tried to burn down my house once. Was it sweet potatoes and marshmallow top? Brand new stove. I don't think it was necessarily me. I think it was all of us trying to burn down the house on that one. Wouldn't you like to be out here instead of in there? Wouldn't you rather be out here doing something, being a positive member of society and helping people out that you couldn't necessarily help in there? You've got the training, you've got the experience, you could do anything you want to with your life out here. You are more ahead of than normal people. Even if you're not a person with a high school diploma, you can get one really easily. They're called GEDs. You can go to adult school and finish up high school. You can get a GED and then start at a community college, where if you haven't been to school since, say, 8th grade, it isn't going to matter. You can learn a lot of things out here and work while you're doing it. People, if you're good at what you do, and I would assume that all of you guys are good at administration and probably sales, they don't care. All they care about is if you're good at what you do, you don't cause problems, and you are very consistent and wanted. That's it. You don't have to talk about anything. You don't have to do anything. If you're quiet, just don't be too quiet, because you don't want to attract attention, and you can get a job. And in California, at least, they can't ask you how old you are. It's illegal. I don't know if it's nationwide, because California has always been different, but it probably is, because that's discrimination. So no discrimination on anything. So they can't ask you what your race, your religion, year you're born, any of that. Because it's illegal, and they try to believe being equal and getting a job. So you can start with that. You can even get a job online. It's not that hard. Amazon Mechanical Turk will start helping you out. You can start from the very bottom rung on that one and work your way up, because those people definitely just want the stuff you have to move on. What the hell is that? The experience. Thank you. Scientology is a year-round festival. Freaks. Anyway, let's see. Scientology is a year-round Festivus. I have a friend who has a dog named Festivus. It's like, that is not Festivus. Does he Festivus for the midst of us? Oh my god. Cricket, you may delete it, but I can still see it. Hi, good vibes. How are you today? I'm giggling at deleted comments because I can still see them with the Prism app that I have, which is something I've got to figure out too. It's like, if I want to do because I wanted to do the Auntie Chattel on the way in, but I don't have a place to do it live because I have 8 people in it, and so but that's how I started doing my live on this channel, was going through Prism. So I got to see if I can do it with another account or a side account or something. Tell Buford chat said hi. Okay. And since we're rearranging the living room to where my workstation was sitting in front of the television, which is where it should be instead of the love seat, because the television is my babysitter, always has and always will be. That's why I keep watching so many Everest documentaries. I'm not necessarily watching them. I'm listening to them while I'm doing other things. Dawn tablet. Darn tablet? Depends on what tablet. I have an iPad 10-inch that's easily 6 years old, I think, at this point. Yeah, sometimes my pencil works perfectly. Sometimes my pencil works not at all. And I think I need to do some kind of cleanup. I've never noticed, or it's never had anything like a disk cleanup or something like that. I need to look. Damn tablet. That's what I thought. Fuzz says you're not going to win today, Cricket. Well, Marilyn's yesterday. I seemed to have won yesterday, Marilyn, because she was doxing the Muffin Man. And I said, oh, I've got to stop going to San Francisco for a while and go find out where his business is and protest in front of there. And it is muffins, right? So, yeah, Marilyn has a good a clip of her son doing Do You Know the Muffin Man? It's very cool. So, but yeah, it's nice to start all relaxing a little bit. And thinking about things like, where is my magic eraser again? I haven't paid attention to it in I don't know how long. It feels like forever, but it's only been, what, 114 days? This is 107 when the election happened. So it's only been 114 days. Because I didn't get involved until the cats and dogs. It was when I really started watching for real. So it's like, it'll take about 3 weeks. It's been 1 week now. It's gotten better. And so 2 more weeks. Oh, I had the weirdest feeling right there. There's a big old space right there. Well, I was parked where the space is just a minute ago. I moved up because somebody left, and my heart stopped for a second. I went, oh my God, they towed my car when I wasn't looking. That's what they're famous for around here. You get them mad? You get those meter maids, you know, not amused? They'll tow you. They have no problem with it. So yeah, in the morning when the streets have to be cleared out because you can park at night, but then you're not allowed to park from like 6 to 9 a.m. on a certain street every day. You see tow trucks just lined up on the street, just getting ready to just start towing them. No talk. And the minute it gets on the grip, that's it. You can work with them. You can work with it at the yard, and of course, the yard is owned by San Francisco too. So they're getting it all over the place. Fuzzy handcuffs? Oh, okay. And I've been grinding my teeth so much that my chiropractor put my jaw back yesterday because it was freaking out. And that is such the weirdest feeling when you get the little evil device and you can feel it go back and your brain just is like, ah. So it's like, so now I'm doing it. I'm grinding again today and I really need not to. And I have a really high gag reflex, so I can't wear mouth guards. So don't even go there, people. My drive-by for today. Hello. I wonder if they even bother anymore. Tom Spot. I know LRH's address in 1950. Can you post stocks with Sciento? I guess you can, but you know what? I bet you it gets a little murky if it's not the free ones, and if it is a real building that somebody else lives in now. I bet you they would figure out some way to work with that. Even though they don't have a lot of lawyers nowadays, they've proved that one. It's like, don't they owe, or no, what's her name? The chick at the poop shop. She owes Streets' lawyer $150, I guess. So they're not doing it very well anymore. That alone should tell us that they're not as solvent as they used to be. Yep. Good Vibe said, I had my jaw put back before by chiropractor. Yes, weird. I know. It's like, she's done it before because I'm very, I actually have a degenerative joint disease, but it's so mild, it's hard to tell until something starts going out of place. My thumbs used to use it, and I can't remember how I strengthen the muscles around my thumbs, so they don't do it very much anymore. Now it's my shoulder and my jaw. So putting my shoulder back is hilarious sometimes if it's gone really bad. But the jaw one is about once every maybe 6 months. And so yeah, yesterday when she did it, 'cause it's that poundy thing. It's like looks like a big metal syringe, but it's got a big rubber end on it. Pulls it back and pops it into my jaw. It's like, holy crap. But yeah, you can just hear it, sort of hear it go thunk. It's like, eh. That's when it comes out with a lot of expletives while she laughs, because she's laughing at the expletives and not my jaw. I actually asked my chiropractor, who's also one of my best friends, so that's the funny part. It's like, I went, oh wait, I forgot to ask you to say Xenu. And she's like, why Xenu? And I went, never mind. And then she was like, no, really. She's not amused with Scientology chiropractors either. Most legit chiropractors, I guess, do not like Scientology chiropractors because it's a easy thing for them to do, or supposedly easy thing for them to do if you can, go through the all of the training and stuff. Basically forget it and put all that Sciento crap in. Not a chiropractor. Oh, look, Papa Cat's reared his ugly head. This medieval jaw sorting before. Oh, you should see some of the stuff I get, because I'm also a good friend. So there are things that I get, like sternum replacement. Ah! Oh my God! Because you have to put your hands in the middle of my chest. So, and there's another one. There's one that's really freaking scary. Oh, it's a pelvic thing. You have to get too close to the parts. She doesn't do it. She only does it for people. I think maybe I'm one of 3. Maybe she does it too, and that's just really when my hips are out of place. That one's a weird one too. The sternum one pisses me off because it's like, I don't do anything for this, and then when it gets put back, I'm like, cuss, thank you. It's like, I swear to God, if I didn't know any better, I would say she's a dom. But I do get the one thing that I can't appreciate because I'm not into boobs. I get the crack my neck between her chest. She's got relatively big boobs, and that isn't set for the very close people. It's, I guess I'd say 100 out of the 400 that we know, if you want to put it that way. So it's like, people are all like, you don't appreciate that? I'm like, no, they're just in my way while she's adjusting my neck. It's always so funny. She's a BDSM path. Oh my God. You are funny. Oh, speaking of that, someone is doing our monthly play club this month. Aren't you, Papa Cat? I'm sure it's nothing like it used to be. So I said I might come and visit. I might, just to see what it's like, so I can laugh and go, God, you guys know nothing. You miss the days when they brand you on stage. Anyway. So I don't see his car today either. So I guess he's not here today. But then again, he could just be, they could have just shipped him off to Florida so they could get him like ready. So Davey can, in my opinion, just take the money and run, or actually just get the money from where it is and run. And it's not like they wouldn't have any money. They just sell all the buildings they have. Wouldn't that be funny to watch them all wind up in just like blue in LA and not even Clearwater, because they could get more money from releasing Clearwater and turning it back into a little town like it used to be, since they bought the downtown thinking they could, turn into Scientology Village. Sometimes I love the long-term aspects of short-term minds. It's the easiest way to put it. It's like, we'll take this over, blah, blah, blah. We don't care. It'll work. No, it won't. It's like, no, it won't. You're relying on humans to all come down to a space that isn't necessarily where they want to be and do everything you want them to do and not make money at it. No, I don't think the base part of human even acts that way. So, hell, I don't know how much I'd even love my religion to go live in Florida. No offense, Florida people, but the humidity alone would kill me. Humidity was amazing on New Year's Eve. That was weird. So it's like, yeah, that whole idea of making a town out of Clearwater just seems so strange. And then watching everybody, protesting and walking around in it and how dead it still is. It's like, no, that's not going to work. There have got to be whales just going, can we do something with this? Because the taxes I'm paying on it, because it's not in your name, is making me angry. Because they're not helping those people. And they're not all, quote unquote Scientology buildings. So just wear a t-shirt that says, I know you're a judge. Yes, iPhone people, you can't join that easily. I'm sorry. Follow Fuzz's directions if you'd like to join. But honestly, save your money and buy your provisions and get ready for out of this world inflation. And demand. It's the way I put it. Was it stocking up on pasta and SpaghettiOs and canned chicken, rice, sugar, the usual stuff. Let's all pretend like we're in Thunderdome. It's Mad Max now. So yeah, it's like, been paying attention all this time, know that a lot of those buildings are held through trusts that are held through other people, which means that they're paying taxes on them. So the other people have to be getting annoyed, because even if you're wealthy, it gets annoying to be paying for somebody else's stuff. Especially the difference between rich and wealthy. Wealthy intend to pass it on to their children. Rich don't give a rat's. So I'm sure they try to make the moves in on the wealthy. North Clearia? Ah, you're home! Yay! Is he in front of the computer? Do you have it on? Come on, Carrie Ann. Tell me where soda is. Soon, one day, you're going to come home and they're all going to be there. Scotch and Orion, they'll all be staring at the computer going, come on, she's on. Yes, I'm glad you made it home safely, too. And those people better not be going into Scientology. It's a whole group of them with 4 children and a baby in a stroller. Oh, and I think I lost my UPS guy. Bummer. Past couple of days it hasn't been my UPS guy. But he's still in the financial district. I wait by him when I'm going home. So let's see, where'd they go? Let's see, please go past that. Keep going, dead air, dead air, dead air. Keep going, keep going. Yep, they kept going and half of them went under the ladder. I hope they don't have superstitions. But somebody just came out and he looks unhappy. Oh, he had a good audit. He's wiping his eyes. Poor guy. Wonder how long he was in there. He just looks like he's been kicked around. Seriously, I'm not going to show him. Orion is on my lap, so it is here waiting for when to pounce. Okay, I'll show you the back of him. That poor guy, the guy in the blue and the yellow. He is wiping his eyes. He looks like he's been crying. He came out of the back door. It's I don't think I've ever really seen an end of an audit before. And that was just yeah, he looks like he's just been mauled psychologically. See, learning not to get mad at things like that, because that would normally make me mad and want to go, what the hell are you doing to these people? How can you do this to these people? And I'm just nope, can't do that. Can't. Gotta learn how to be communicative, or as the book I'm reading for Carrie Ann, learn how to be a salesman. Try to get the charisma to work. Carrie Ann, you're doomed for having that book up. That book is awesome. They aren't particularly happy bunch at the Orc. No, they're not. Once in a while I'll see them laugh. But this is the first plainclothes guy that came out that looked like he'd been crying for a while. He sort of looked Asian, but his face was puffy. And it's and he was wiping his eyes. So it's are they not allowed to use Kleenex when they're audited? That's a question. Because he was just wiping his eyes with his jacket. And just sort of shaking his head, trying to shake it off or something. It was like a bad dream. When you have a bad dream and catch yourself crying and you're wow, I'm glad that's gone. That's the way he seemed to me. And nobody's come out today. Oh my God, I just noticed. They usually come out after I leave, and I got here at 3 today. So I haven't seen any uniformed people in or out today. Are they even working today? That's interesting. The curtains aren't giving me crap right now. And the door has been slightly open the whole time. So there isn't somebody to even close the door like they usually do. So maybe they're having another meeting, because Aaron said that's how he found out. It's that person that he got the info from, found out from a meeting, a public meeting, about the being a little lighter on not accepting declared people, but not being as tied down as they once were. There's a new book for members only book club tonight. It's cool. Poor guy. Imagine not being happy in the gayest city in America. I know, Cricket. That's yeah, very much so. Hi, Bob. What time is it? Okay, it's still 10 minutes. I'm a little cold. This is the only thing I'm really going to hate about having type 2 is that I'm cold now. I've spent most of my life being, or at least 2/3 of my life being hot because I was fluffy. It's a nice way to put it. And I was one of those people that being fluffy made me hot all the time. And now that I won't be as fluffy as I used to be and won't be eating as many bad things as I used to be, I will not be running a temperature all the time. So now I'm cold. But luckily, who's the one who, I forgot who's the one that said, so we're talking about coats. But luckily enough, I have a lot of coats I can wear. And I have my Uggs. So these are today's Uggs. I have 2 pairs of Uggs and they both have bows on them. Yes, it is a disease. Soda has arrived. Yay! Hi, Soda. How's my little fluffy one doing? Here's my little grumpy cat. Always with the coats. It's a fetish. Be quiet. Good Vibes picked up my slack. Well, the latest like totally vain thing or mass chick thing is the dupes of purses. Since I have passed that age where I can buy a super expensive purse and think that it's cool, now if I even look at a super expensive purse, I'm like, what am I going to use that for? So at least I have the ones I've kept. I did sell some last year. So they're really cool because since dupes are in now, because luxury items are bad because they're all made in China and they found that out finally. The quote-unquote dupes, which are not counterfeits, are actually built a little bit better than the luxury goods. So that's actually a neat thing because I've been looking at purses that are pretty freaking tough. And I like that aspect. So you beat the crap out of my purses. So yeah, see, we went from coats to purses. Neener, Fez. Yes, and I'm trying to figure out what the ones that I'm going to finally, I'm cleaning out my purse closet, so, for real. But then again, I might sell them. I think the place I was told some of this stuff before called The Real, I think they have lowered their standards to now include things like Coach and Kate Spade. So, if this is the first channel I'm out. Oh, the unfortunate side of the world. I've got to show or tell you guys something. My dad actually asked me last night how I was. And I responded this morning with, Why don't we wait until the midterms? I have two really close friends who are anchor babies. One is 41 and the other is 3. Oh, they are both women. I'm not celebrating Thanksgiving this year, so I'm sure you can find somewhere else to go. I will get over this, but it is going to take a long time. So I actually settled things with my dad. It isn't pretty, and even Papa Cat said the midterms, and I'm like, maybe not the midterms, but it's definitely going to go through, except first it was the inauguration. It's definitely going to go through maybe the first year. But at least I told him the truth and didn't try to blow him off, and it's like, no, he's my dad. So there's that going for me. I'm looking at things in a more logical sense as I'm using my emotions at the same time. Because I'm not zen enough to go, oh, you voted for who you voted, I voted for who I voted, and let's go on. Nope, not that good. So there we go with that, and that's what Auntie Chattel is going to be for. I'm going to get better at dividing these things up, because I did say afterwards, wouldn't talk about it as much, but I was really not annoyed or not happy. So your comment's the last one. This is the first channel I'm out. No, I'll be watching more of the Scientology things, and I'm the typical going down the rabbit hole. So if I watch something that, that Aaron mentions, and I'll wind up over here, then I'll wind up over there, and then in a weird way, I would love to be able to just bask in the collapsing of this cult. That would be nice. Oh, and by the way, I hate November. 1978. Jonestown and the assassination of Mosconian Milk were within a week. I was talking to somebody once and they said, no, those weren't the same year. I'm like, yeah, they were. And I looked them up yesterday. Yes, they were within like 7 to 10 days of each other. So, yeah, I hate November. Except that mine and Papa Cat's official anniversary is in November. So it's the one good thing in November. No, I've never been a fan of Thanksgiving because I didn't like turkey. That, when I didn't stop watching football, I wasn't amused anymore. When I stopped watching football, everybody still only had one big television. So, let's see. What else? Muffin Man. Now it's going to go through my head again. I hate bullies. Pro or anti-Scientology. Here? Oh, we are anti-cult, which includes Scientology. And my reason, since I am a never in, is because I live in San Francisco, or I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. This is the San Francisco organization, and I have Jonestown that I grew up with that happened when I was 10. So, oh, cool, thank you. Yeah, people ask, well, why do you do this? And I said, Jonestown. I got to watch it. And then found out yesterday, it was Jonestown and then the assassination of our mayor and one of our supervisors by a crazy supervisor. So it's like, big old boulder on my head when I was 10 years old, and my grandmother was a news freak. So we got to watch it the whole time because my dad was in the hospital. So I was staying at my mom's house, or my grandmother's house, because my mom was going to go see my dad. So, yes, I got to see way too much about those two things than I ever wanted to in my whole life. So, anything that we can do to get rid of the leaders of cults, be able to transition from cults to social clubs, but get rid of they shouldn't be tax exempt. There shouldn't be child A on it. I don't talk about CSA because I was for at least 6 years when I was young, and still can't. So no, I don't do that. I do the tax exempt and getting the people out there in there. or in there, out there, and then keeping people from going in. So the running joke on my channel is the count, OSA and CBF. Don't ask. Oh, my brain is history. I love freedom and loving people. It breaks my heart when naive people get sucked into this kind of stuff. You know what? They're not naive. They really aren't. It is a slight form of brainwashing. Brainwashing probably is not anything that you think it is. I've learned what real brainwashing this year is. I had no clue. It was pretty much that easy. So you are more than welcome here. You're just here to get rich. Cricket is our channel illustrator and has more artistic sense in his pinky than I do in my whole body. So we worship the ground he walks on, or I do, at least. Big Pharma is big. Yes. Big Pharma is paying Cricket. I was also going to say George Soros, but no, you don't have. Was it? You're a true artist, so Elon is also paying you too. Oh my god! Oh, I saw somebody in there. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you wish you were going to be seeing them during this holiday season? I've heard rumors that you might be able to see them this holiday season because of the big meeting you guys had, where it's like they're wanting to be a little bit more sociable because you guys seem to be running out of members. See? The Gen Zs know better, unfortunately, for you, fortunately for us. The millennials are now becoming of their own and learning what maturity is like. The Xers, which are me, are the ones that, and the boomers are the ones that got convinced, and now they are the hardest to get out. We're going to try really hard, or I am, because I don't think they need to be stuck in there being told that they're too old to be of any good to anybody. It's not fair and it's not true. So stick around or leave. You can leave at any time. The club will not fall apart. It will not eat itself. You will not get pneumonia and die. Nothing will happen to you if you leave this club. Only thing that will happen to you is that you will have a big weight of having to be a salesman off your back. Because when it comes down to it, you're just making money for somebody who doesn't even know your name. Freaks. Let's see. You invest heavily in niacin. No, wouldn't that be like the hippie vitamin companies? I feel like they are at first, then get sucked in. People like you inform them before it's too late. Do you confront them? No. I say I'm sorry. I'm very passive here because it's just the way Northern California does it. San Francisco is very open to protesting. Basically, we have our original protest date of being 1958. So earlier this year, we had these striking hotel workers. We had the Gaza people, or the Palestine people, and me. And we were all sitting here, all having our protests in different places. So this is what we do here. I have been called on by the cops 4 times. 3 times they talked to me, and I was very polite with them. And that's the way it goes. The 4th time they drove up. He drove up. He almost stopped right there. Or he did stop, and then all of a sudden, boom, he was gone. So he must have gotten a call. The last time I got the cops called on me, are you here to be mean, or?
Yeah, no, I watch videos, but I'm not an ex. Just like
I'm a never
videos.
in. I just protest.
Never in. Yeah, I watch.
Do you live in around here? Ah. So, yeah, no, I'm usually here.
I just like to look and see how empty it is. You know, they were really nice to me one time because it's a historic building. So
Right.
I wanted to see inside. So I went in, and I thought, well, I'm not going to say anything. And they showed me around. This
Right.
guy showed me around, and didn't say anything about Scientology.
They can't. They can't talk about it. I don't know. This is one of the weird ones. They'll
I
sit
was
you.
waiting for him to say something, and then I would say something, but I wasn't
No.
gonna,
They'll sit you in front of the video, but they're not allowed to talk about
Oh
it.
no, they didn't. I just because they knew what I was interested in the store, so he showed me some pictures.
Well, that was nice of them. Usually they'll just, they'll talk to you for a couple minutes. They sit you down for the video, and it's like,
No, I wasn't. I think it's just visiting. So
yeah. No, I'm here pretty much every day for about an hour. Yeah, I've been doing it for about 7 months now. There's a whole network of us all over the world now.
yeah, I know.
So
It's happening.
we have fun. And I grew up in Oakland, lived here a bunch of times, and it's like it's really easy being a native and protesting because you know what you can and can't do. So it's fortunately not like a lot of the other places that get what's called swatted. I have had the cops called on me 4 times. The last time I think they just made them mad because I had 3 cop callers showed up and they wouldn't tell me why they called. So I have a feeling they called a B word on me and they were not amused. So, and at this point, I know they should be.
Know by now that it's BS.
It's,
And have a little talk with them if you ever,
but they can't because it's what police do.
Yeah, if
they can't.
respond to things. They can't, right? Because it might be real this time.
Right. I wish they could give them tickets for it and charge them.
Or just a little talk.
They don't listen to the talk.
Yeah.
They're trained not to listen to a lot of things. So they get that look and that's it. So, no, I just sit here.
You're just out here talking.
I
Someone comes in or out.
use my theater voice and it reflects very well right there. Since it is a Gilded Age building, I talked to they moved it. Oh, they adjusted the door. Usually for the past hour, the doors had a crack in it, but they can't do anything to the doors. So they swing open and shut a lot. I guess you would say they don't really know about the history of it, but they know it's a historical monument, so they can't really touch it. So that's
No,
their
it's
problem.
It's a big time historical.
Yeah. I have told a lot of people this became that. So, and there have been people who walk in and look around for the museum quality of it.
Right, yeah.
But yeah.
But it's nice.
Yeah, so it's
When I was there, it was empty. I mean, he showed me there was a little area with seats. He said, "Oh, there's seats out because yesterday we had some religious talk. I forget. A service or something."
well, supposedly the branch manager of this one is in line to be the next head guy. So of the whole thing, because there's there was L. Ron Hubbard, who was the original, then David Miscavige.
Yeah, but he's not leaving because they put him in jail.
Oh, LRH died.
No, I know. But
Oh, Davey? No, we think he's going to take all the money from offshore and run. He seems to be.
They're closing him.
Well, no, because he doesn't go anywhere anymore. He goes to openings. The one in Paris, he was.
Clearwater.
He sort of mostly probably stays in LA because that's where the official head is LA. So, but he's been doing it for 30 years. And it's not that much fun for him anymore, I would assume. So, but yeah, when the last big one that opened up in Paris, he actually did the speech 3 days before and then left because in France, they are a cult officially. So I don't see it. The rumors started about the guy here who was a skateboarder.
Right, I read about that.
Yeah, Cairo, that he might be the next one. He was in Florida for 2 years before he came here. So, considering the network YouTubers about it, there are a lot of second gens out there, and there are people who get the word, that, and nobody's said anything. Nobody's put any kind of resistance that Aaron Cairo, that's his name, would not be the next one. Nobody's fought against it. We haven't heard a peep. So that usually means it might be happening. So, so we use...
He's a new generation. He's hip. He's cool.
He's pretty. He's tall. He's,
So they're desperate.
Right. I mean, Davey is starting to look a little worn in. So considering...
the press. I mean, he's a psychopath. Sure.
I don't think he's a psychopath. I think he's a sociopath.
Oh, yeah, okay, sociopath. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I think he's just poof, devoid of anything. So,
he's just devoid.
Considering how he took over when he was 25. So, that's the thing. It was like, if you want to base it on that, I mean, he kicked out the higher level people at 25. So, and we've been seeing a lot more of the home-based people here. They have the blue backs, their vests are blue instead of gold. And they're the really pretty people. And so it's like there seems to be some kind of setup going on, but it doesn't seem to be like it's going to be here. It's like they're prepping Cairo to maybe go somewhere else. So yes,
This isn't doing so well, is it? So what's the recommendation?
Well, they have a lease on this till I think 2030.
Yeah, but I mean, it's filled with people. I don't know.
It's all propaganda, so it doesn't matter what we say. It's what they're told inside. So they're starting to change some of the tactics of what's going on. They had a big meeting a couple of days ago talking about maybe letting mothers see their children more. And so, I think they're finally, because also they have the chick Minkoff on Real Housewives of New York thinking it was, thinking it was going to be a positive thing, but turning out to be a negative thing. And weirdly enough, with the president-elect, also because it's the same type of psychology. So it's actually attracting more attention to here because of what he's been doing. So, which is a weird advantage of what's going on, but...
I mean, I saw a few San Francisco videos.
Probably.
I saw one where there was a conflict between you and somebody who came from LA.
Yes.
That was you.
3-letter acronym. Yep, that was me.
I didn't watch the whole thing, of course, but I didn't.
You'd have to watch the whole thing because I don't talk about it. Yeah, that was in May, and it was.
I mean, he had a, I can see there's it's your turkey. He had a costume on.
Oh, it had nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with it.
So I would recommend watching it because we basically have a agreement to not talk. So I don't bring it up. He doesn't bring it up. And that is just something we've grown into. That and there's so much other drama going on right now because humans are humans.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, if you want to find out about it,
People get along.
because humans don't. Remember, we're animals. Well, you can come by anytime if you want. Thank you. Thank you.
The end is near for that.
Hopefully within the next 5. Can you believe she knew about me and 3-letter acronym? And I didn't go for it either. I do love saying branch manager though for Cairo. Let's see how far back I am. Yes, we hate bullies, definitely. Oh my God, you know. Ah. Thank you. 1958, the hotel sit-ins for civil rights. It could have been. You seem to be the one who knows a lot about the city too, Cricket. So I think that's what it was. The famous Chinese, Japanese hotel sit-in. It could have been that. So, bye, Bob. Preach. You're so funny, Papa Cat. Hi, Janelle Art. honeypot connection. My God. Ah, it is so funny. None of the public knows what's up. I actually have a feeling that that member of the public was someone who thought they were part of 3-letter acronyms side. So, because she said she had seen a couple of them and one of them might have been me, and then next sentence was, oh yeah, it was you having a conflict. And I wanted to go, you're not helping him to do this, and I'm sure he wouldn't want you to do this. Oh, what did I just highlight you? I'm sorry. Unpin. Okay. So yeah, no, it seemed like it was going to be a setup, and I'm like, no, it ain't gonna work that way, lady. Like, Scientology can't freaking intimidate me. You think I'm going to bring up something from 5 months ago that has been quietly put aside? Blow me. Thank you for putting Janelle Art's link up. Let's see. Fascinating exchange area. Yep. Love the diplomacy. Thank you. That's what I was saying. I think she thought she was doing something in a positive direction for somebody else. It's like drama. It's like there's so much other drama to deal with right now. No. That, and if 3-letter acronym hears about it, he's probably just going to do the same thing I did. It's over, done with, and nobody's business. If you want to know what goes on, watch the whole thing. What, honeypot? So yeah, no, that's why it was like, after that, you know, you were the one. I'm like, okay, I'm done with you. Figure out a nice way to get rid of you. You can always come back tomorrow. It's like, yeah, you can always do what we should always do. You're more than welcome to come back, and I'm more than welcome to just sit in my corner and talk. So that's the way the world should run. Don't have to hang out with you at the party, but you're more than welcome to come. So, branch manager. I know, I love... Oh, okay, yes. Yes, Natalie does love branch manager, and I love using that phrase. It is so stuck in my head. But yeah, it was interesting that she was like, oh no, he's not going to step down. It was like, she sort of knew what she was talking about, and then didn't know what she was talking about. You know, and they're just rumors. It's like, what? So maybe it was a Scientology plant. Who knows? I thought she was at first. She was standing next to me for a good minute before I turned around and said something. So maybe I should have trusted my instincts. Anyway, she took up too much time. I'm going home. I'm cold. Whew, I'm cold and I have to go study this. I have to go watch some Aaron to find out what's going on. Finally, I see one. After all this time. That took forever, didn't it? Let's get your face in here. Doctor. Hope that was enough. You had a conflict with JFK. Oh my God, you're so funny. She's in Florida. Reese is in Florida? Oh my God. Okay, guys, go hang out with Reese. That one face somebody can clip and send to Dr. Media, that'd be great. Hugs to everybody, like Carrie Ann says. Like the video. If you like, you can sub. If you sub, you can become a member. Or at least just like the video. So I will see you guys all tomorrow. Ciao, Bellas.